So we ain't really never had no old money. We got a whole lot of new money though. Raindrop, drop, smoking, no cooking, the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, dot. Cooking up dope in the pot. We came from nothing to something, nigga. I don't trust nobody with the trick, nobody. All of the gang and they coming to gang. Got me a river to do with the shit. Bad and boozy, bad. Cooking up dope with a boozy. My niggas is sad, ruthless. We got 30s and 100 round too. My bitch is bad and boozy, bad. Cooking up dope with a boozy. My niggas is sad, ruthless. We got 30s and 100 round too.
What is going on, everybody? Happy Monday. Excited to have you guys with us. Thanks for stopping by right here on the Betting News Network for your afternoon BetSpresso. That's Shaggy Bets. That's Vsauce. My name's Sweatpants Jesus. Boys, how we living? Ready to rock and roll? Happy Monday.
Yeah, there. New week, new vibes, new money.
New rounds in the playoffs. Vibes are insanely high, boys.
Yeah.
Right? 3 new series taking place today. It's gonna be a good day.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely love to see it. The offs are rocking and rolling. We got round 2 kicking off today on the ice and on the hardwood. We're going to talk about the game on the ice in the NHL, and we're going to talk about both games in the NBA with you guys as well. Thanks for stopping by. Brought to you by our sponsors at BetOnline. Get that QR code in the top corner of the screen. Get involved. You guys know the deal. $250 dropped into your account. You go get involved right over there. Also, chat, happy Cinco de Drinko. Happy Cinco de Mayo. It's May the 5th. I don't know if you guys are going to get out there and celebrate when we're done, but if we're about to play a game and it's maybe going to make you guys want to go out there and enjoy it a little bit more.
I'm just saying, it might be one of those days where you shouldn't ask what's in my cup.
I just got an excuse to get Mexican for dinner. I love it.
In case you needed an excuse.
I might. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see.
Maybe. I can make it a little bit better for you, too. Yes, what's up, Gerald? Hello, Gerald. Chat, how we living? Thanks for stopping by and hanging out. Beautiful Monday to you guys. Hope you guys are having a fantastic into your week, or into the weekend. We got Hovey in chat too. He came today. He came correct. We're gonna talk about the vibes. It's gonna be good. Before we talk about the offs, though, as I said, Cinco de Mayo, Shaggy, it'll make you feel even more inclined to go get that Mexican food because today we're gonna play a special edition of Smash. All right,
Tell me it's food. Get me hungry. I love it.
For Smasher Pass today, that's the wrong one. We're doing Would You Rather, chat. I know Smasher Pass is already a game, but today it's more of a Would You Rather. And in honor of Cinco de Drinko, let's jump into some Mexican food.
Yeah.
All right, chat. Here we go. Let us know what you guys would do. Would you rather? There is no por kilo nos dos, although I would want to say probably yes to all of these as the por kilo nos dos. But you got to pick queso or guac. What are we doing, boys?
I'm a guac guy, man. I'm a guac guy 100% through and through. Gotta go with the guac.
Guac.
Queso. Give me the cheese. Give me all the melted cheese.
My Midwestern wife would feel the exact same way. She'd probably be pissed if she found out I was picking guac.
But both. But queso.
Yes. Again, preface this entire game, chat. Everything is both. And there is no C that you have to choose. I'm gonna go guac too. I like the thing about queso for me is that more for you, Shags. There you go. The thing about queso for me is that like I've had some really good, delicious bougie queso, and I've had some queso that's pretty mid. Whereas like even pretty semi-mid guacamole is good. Like you can spice it up a little bit, you know. But the one where they bring it out and they make it at the fucking table, that's the elite guac. That is the best, indeed. Chad's pretty
on Twitter. He says queso as well.
Chad's pretty split. More split than I thought.
I know. Yeah. This is also the move. There's a Mexican place close to me, and it has the chorizo in it, and they also have deep fried chips. So the chips are like triple thickness. Oh, and they just
this might be the worst thing Gerald's ever said. Somebody put him in timeout ASAP.
Oh Jesus
That
Christ!
thing is that is radioactive. What
Yeah,
that's
we
what
don't
that
need that.
If we're smashing or passing that, I'm passing on that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Hey,
Indeed.
Buffalo Wild Wings, mediocre wings, solid sauces, very good chorizo queso, actually. Very good.
Really?
Yes, you'd be surprised.
Interesting. Buffalo
Mhm.
Wild Wings.
Yeah,
I wouldn't.
know, right?
Have you? Has this been a recent? Because Buffalo Wild Wings has taken a pretty sharp downturn. Have you been there recently and had their
Yeah.
queso?
No, oh yeah, I have. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's
Okay.
one down the street. We go. I don't say fairly. often,
Shaggy's like
but-
more than I'll admit.
Yeah, more than I'll admit.
On the
But
show
I'll
right
tell
now.
you, the chorizo queso, that's definitely always getting ordered for sure. So
Nice.
they do
Yeah,
doing
it's
something right.
It's a must for me too at the local place I go to. All right, so you've had your pre. I think we can all agree. Also, you're having the chips and salsa they're bringing to the table too. You're definitely
100%.
getting involved on that. All right.
No,
Now
I
we're-
wouldn't go that far, Hobie. I'd say like Culver's, maybe. Culver's.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I
Fair
go
enough.
there way more frequently.
All right, so you've got the queso and guac at the table. You've had some nachos. What are we doing, boys? Are we going frozen or are we going on the rocks with the Rita? Chat, what are we thinking?
Shaggy,
the rocks.
you first.
On the rocks. On the rocks
too.
for me. Wifey Shags would probably go frozen. I can't deal with that. That's a lot of brain freeze for me. And it like I'm not opposed to slushies, but like if I want to drink a margarita, I just want to, drink the margarita, I guess.
If I want a slushy, I want a slushy.
Exactly. Right. I don't mind a slushy. I don't mind a margarita flavored slushy, but if I'm ordering one, I'm on the rocks.
When
But
you guys
give me a Modelo.
when you guys come to Calgary, we're gonna take you out for one of these things. This is the best slushy / drink you've ever had. Telling you right now.
Amazing. Ron, is it your birthday?
Oh, hell yeah.
Cinco de Mayo, aka Ron Day. Let's go. Happy birthday, Ron.
Let's go.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
Give
I'm
us
with
the
you guys.
Bozo pack. What's the birthday Bozo pack? We need that, Ron.
Erwin's going frozen.
Frozen.
I'm going rocks too. And I like a lot of salt on the rim. I don't know what Hobie's talking about. Give me a lot of salt on the rim. Before we move past this, though, I will say the frozen, if it's like strawberry or mango or pineapple,
Maybe a little different.
yeah, those slap. But I'm always getting on the rocks. Do you guys have a particular flavor that you like, or just straight up?
I like the lime margaritas. I'm a like through and through true classic kind of person. You know what I mean?
I'd say classic or jalapeno, or spicy marg. Or I'm usually just ordering a Modelo for sure.
I like the taste of the spicy marg, but those just give me acid, man.
Yeah.
I actually jalapeno margarita. I'm gonna make a jalapeno margarita when we're done with the show.
Let's go. Oh yeah.
Pear marg.
Pear margs. Okay.
I've never
I
had
get
that.
that.
That sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good.
The last, I think like 2 weeks ago, me and the wife, instead of like having margaritas, what we did is we were at a place, we were at a flight of pressed juices, fresh pressed juices, and then tequila shots. So then you take a shot, taste it with the pressed juice.
Hell
and
yeah.
that was a pretty solid move. We felt great later.
It tastes like a margarita, but you're just expediting the process a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, straight to the dome. That sounds fun, actually. All right, so we got the Ritas, got some appetizers. Let's get down to the nitty gritty. Are you getting fajitas or are you getting tacos? What are we doing? And again, no porquelo, no stos. You got to choose.
I think I'm going tacos because if I'm out to eat, I don't want to have to construct my own food. I want that to already be done for me. So give me the tacos. They're already made. Same thing, right?
Yeah.
Exactly, Gerald. Exactly. That's why I'm going tacos. Assemble it for me.
No, but fajitas
are
usually like chicken or steak kind of base, whereas a taco is like a ground meat kind of situation. You know what I mean? Right?
It's a different consistency, different texture.
I mean, it's protein, veggie, salsa, cheese.
Everything is
tortilla,
protein,
right?
veggie, salsa. If you're gonna deconstruct it,
all right,
all of this type of food is that pretty much.
All right, is this
different.
a soup or a salad though? Every food is a soup or a salad. I'm just kidding. We don't need to start that debate.
Oh my god! But no, have
you heard that though? That's crazy.
I have heard that. I think I'm with Shaggy though. If we're out, we're drinking, we're having margaritas. You know what I mean? I want to have a marg in one hand and I want to have a taco in one hand like this. You know what I mean? A little sippy sip, a little bite, a little sippy sip.
Exactly.
I'll go with tacos too. I like fajitas. I also like the fact that when you get tacos, you usually finish everything. When you get fajitas, you always take shit home and you can have it the next day because there's always more.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're looking for leftovers the next day, the fajitas is the move.
It's sometimes like not enough of everything though. Sometimes it's a little like disproportionate to leftovers. Then it's just
True.
What are you gonna do?
True. All right. Well, if you didn't want to choose,
commenting on every platform, right?
He's just flipping platforms. We love to see it.
He definitely went to the bathroom.
No. Sook. That is not a question. That's not a question. The answer is yes.
Yes.
Cheese is on your taco, no question.
Yes.
Can I have more than one cheese is on my taco? Please.
The queso. Pour the queso on your taco, then you're really cooking.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Speaking of queso on your tacos, here's another option for you guys. You getting a chimichanga or you getting a burrito?
V, what do you think?
Man, the chimichanga, it's delicious, but I'm a big burrito guy. I love, you know what I mean? The way it's wrapped, the texture of it, everything about a burrito. You grill that thing too, and you are cooking. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Give me the burrito.
Mm-hmm.
I'll jump Shags here. Chimichangas is one of my favorite dishes. I love chimichangas, dude. So I'm also a big burrito guy. This is a tough one.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, smash, destroy both. But if I had to choose, I think I'd go chimichanga.
I think I gotta go burrito. I'm going with V here. Just classic, can't go wrong. Hard to mess up too, I would say. But then smother that thing in queso for sure.
Yep. This episode is brought to you by your local Tex-Mex place, which you're going to go visit later, most likely.
Jose Peppers, I'm calling.
Yeah. Shag's already got on speed dial, ready to go.
I'm literally. I got the online order pulled up on a different tab right now.
Sure. So make sure you close the other tab. All right, last one. Everything's finished. You've gotten everything down the gullet, and you can't decide. Another margarita comes in the picture, and you're like, damn, man, I might as well get something sweet. You going with some Mexican flan, or are we going with some churros? What are we doing, boys?
I think churros.
Yeah, I think churros, but like that. Recently, I've really been vibing flan. We have a friend here. His wife makes a really dope homemade flan, and I don't know, but a nice fresh churro. No chocolate sauce, no nothing. Just a nice fresh churro, no sauce.
You don't need it. You don't need it if it's well done. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. Yep.
What are we doing? Dipping this thing in Dolce de Leche. Just take a dough stick and dump. What are we doing? No.
The funny thing is, too, Chad, is as you guys know, we're going to be doing some fun content for Smackin', which they have the cinnamon churro flavor. Colby is going to be reviewing this particular flavor, which I'm very interested to see what he has to say. Asiatic, you need to eat some better flan, brother.
Eating that grocery store flan.
He had one flan that ruined it for the rest of his life. Never again. I get it. I get it.
I had really bad tiramisu growing up, and it ruined my taste for tiramisu. So I feel that. Yeah. So, chat, you're welcome. If you weren't hungry, now you are. And if you didn't have dinner plans, now you probably do. But in all seriousness, happy Cinco de Mayo. It's pretty much a day of just celebrating, enjoying good food, and enjoying that there are people from lots of parts of the world that have that here in America. But it's an Americanized holiday, which is kind of bullshit. But
for sure,
you can enjoy it for what it is. Are you guys gonna get some Mexican food tonight now? Some Tex-Mex?
More than likely, yes.
Yeah, my wife after all that. I think for me, it's just gonna be some homemade tacos and some shots of Patron. But same thing, different place, right?
That does the job.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah,
that's so.
We're having absolutely. We're having shrimp tacos, and I'm making margaritas. So we're doing the damn thing. Gerald, absolutely. Let's go. All right. Yeah, now I'm hungry. I can't think about anything else.
Yeah, honestly.
Right. Fun weekend that we had, boys. Obviously, the offs finished off in the NBA with a couple game sevens, in the NHL with a couple game sevens. I don't have any graphics to talk about or anything like that, but just what stood out to you guys this weekend? Any particular moments? There was a lot of really amazing moments across both leagues. Anything particular you wanted to gab about before we jump?
Let's talk about that Blues game first last night.
I was going to say
that was the most insane thing we have come to see. There's not just the clips of the game itself or when they tied the game, but if you watch the clip of Biz and the entire NHL panel sitting there watching that game tying goal, there's a video of a team that was playing men's beer league hockey.
Men's league.
And they're on the sideline.
Lost their game.
and the ref, everybody is losing their mind. Like these are the things that, like, for me myself, give me goosebumps when I see them, and it's why I love sports. Right? Like, let's talk about that game. Talk to me, Shaq, because I know you had the Jets money line, and that looked cooked.
Dude, it looked cooked. I'm really glad I paid the juice and didn't take the in reg. But it's crazy that we saw something very similar, excitement wise, Saturday night in Dallas. With Dallas coming back in the third period, scored the tying goal with 4 minutes, or with 7 minutes on the clock. Took the lead with 4, got the empty netter, none other than Mikko Rantanen doing the hat trick in the third period by himself to win the Stars that game. And then the next game 7 comes around the next day, and the Jets and the Blues are like, all right, we got to show that up. And they
hold my beer.
Exactly. Because, the Blues looked like they had that thing closed out down to the literal final seconds when the Jets tied it up with 1.6 on the clock. And from there, it kind of felt like the Jets are going to do it in overtime. It's just a matter of when. It just crazy all around excitement. Game 7. It's the best.
We talked about this yesterday a little bit. I brought the graphic up. We were just talking about Rantanen and what he did. Like I said, we gabbed about it yesterday, but it deserves to be talked. It was one of the best Game 7 performances probably in the NHL history that you'll ever see, which was cool to watch live. And then, the Jets and Blues said, no, it's all right. We'll just do it a little bit better. Shout out, unfortunately, Landon Jackson. Shout out the Blues, man. They made that series incredible. Nobody gave them a fighting chance really going into it. And the fact that they had it, they almost won it.
Right.
Couldn't win on the Blues.
Couldn't win on the road.
I know.
Dude, it was insane. The environment, it was a whiteout. Everybody's wearing all white. The way the crowd was going crazy. There's just not many things in sports that are better than a Game 7, let alone a Game 7 in the NHL playoffs.
Right. Exactly.
It's why in hockey, 3 goals doesn't matter. 3-goal lead means a whole lot of nothing.
Hellebuck looked cooked. He was going to get flamed on the timeline if they lost in Game 7 and they got dipped in the first round after the season they just had.
Right.
He was going to get flamed on the same level. Let's just jump right into this. On the same level that Steph Curry was going to get cooked if he blew another 3-1 lead. SPJ talked to us about that one last night because the Rockets did not look like the same team that came out in Game 5 and 6.
They didn't, and Steph didn't score a point in the first half, which
3. He had a 3. He had 1 3.
Oh, yeah, he hit a 3 right at the very end. He ended up still cashing his PRA magically.
Wow.
Because he had a spectacular fourth quarter, kind of put him on his back a little bit. But yeah, man, we talked about this, V, going into this series with Suck on All Sauce team and individually that, the Rockets don't have enough offensive firepower to take down the likes of a Steph Curry and a Jimmy Butler in a 7-game series. They took them to 7. So congrats to them on that. And I think that they got the respect from Draymond. I don't love Draymond, but he had some great things to say about that Rockets team when the battle was over. We saw Sengun turn into we've already thought he's been really good, but I think he's now a bona fide going to be superstar soon, based on what we've seen from him. Eamon Thompson, they got a lot of stuff to be excited about in Houston, regardless of the result. But crazy, you're getting the 7 seed in Golden State not taking on, but you get the 6 seed of the Wolves, of the 2 and the 3 bounced. This goes to show you how deep this Western Conference is. We talked about it. They were all within a game of each other going into the last game of the season, so it's not really a huge surprise. But yeah. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see what happens now with these Warriors moving forward in this next round. They've had a little bit of time to kind of sit and kind of get prepared, build off of what they did in last year's playoffs, and see if Ant-Man has is going to add another veteran goat to his bedpost. Notch him off.
That narrative's so tired. My God, guy makes it to the playoffs 2 seasons in a row, and everyone's losing their minds. All right, but. Yeah. I must say he has been fantastic, and the Warriors looked good last night. Jimmy came out to play, and Ski, yes, it did take a Buddy Hield career game, but it could also be flipped. The Rockets gave Buddy Hield a career game in a Game 7. What were they doing? One of the top 3 defenses in the regular season. They looked it in the first round here, defensive battle after defensive battle. But what happened in Game 7? Freddie didn't show up. Sengun kind of faded in the moment, and Jalen Green hasn't been found since, I think, Game 2. of this series. So it was a tough ride for them. They made a real big comeback, and I'm interested to see what changes come because there's been a lot of rumors surrounding the Rockets here in the offseason. And I know with like history after that Celtics final run with Ime, he wanted to make a lot of changes to that roster. You know what I mean? He wanted to bring in some veteran presence. Kevin Durant was on the menu. So now it's interesting to see if Ime means what he says in that post-game presser, like you said, SPJ, or if that was just him, staving off the media and then not highlighting anything he wants to do behind closed doors.
I mean, they've also got the Thunder do have the most of this, but they have a embarrassment of riches. They have a lot of first-round picks. They have a lot of cap space available to them over the next 3 or 4 seasons, and they have a lot of flexibility to be able to make some splash moves if they want to. They're going to have to save some money because they're going to have to sign Sengun to the Supermax probably in the next
I think Brooks
years.
comes off the books next year.
So does Freddie, I think, too.
I think Freddie 4 years, he was 3 years, something like that. But it might be both 2-3 years, actually. You're right.
I think they're both the same. But anyway, I'm interested to see. But cool to see. Great series. Obviously, the Nuggets are going to go into Oklahoma City after a quick turnaround after getting their job done in Game 7, which was stuck. We can't keep him away. He just wants to hang out with us. He loves us.
Honestly.
Yeah, Prendy knows. Indeed.
Bars.
What a bar. Indeed. Yeah, we're going to talk about both of these games. We just wanted to gab a little bit about the weekend. We have not talked baseball yet, Marcus, but we will in just a second. And then we're going to jump into these three off games tonight, both in both leagues. So we've got the NHL, and then we'll talk about both games in the NBA. You want to talk baseball first, Shex, for Marcus, since he asked about it?
Yeah, real quick. Get my homer pick out of the way. You guys know I'm not the biggest baseball bettor, but when I do, we're betting on the Royals. -1.5 today, paid -112 for it. At the K, the Royals are at home. All right, they're at home. They're much better at home. Seriously, 25 points on their batting average, improvement at home. But they're coming off a road stand where they played very, very well. So the bats are kind of clicking everywhere. So especially at home tonight against a righty, Shane Smith, I'm not too worried about him. We're fading the White Sox, plain and simple. I would make this bet if it wasn't the Royals. We're just fading the White Sox. You know how it is. They've been hot too. They've won 3 of their last 4 all at home, but now they have to go on the road where they're just 3-13 this season, whereas the Royals 11-5 at the K. I'm telling you, they are just a different team at home. Plus, Cole Reagan's on the bump tonight. Missed the start. He only went 3 innings back on like April 24th, missed the start in the rotation, coming back today. I'm not sure how many innings he's going to go. His strikeouts is priced at like 6.5, -130. So I looked at that, but I'm worried he might be on a bit of a like pitch count today. So I sticking with just the Royals. The bat's going to come alive, -1.5 for -112 today against the old White Sox. That's what we got.
Nice. Royals -1.5. Lovely stuff.
No homerisms involved. None.
Can we bet
first thing I asked,
Luke?
Why not? Absolutely.
Right?
Of course.
That was a good day to bet Bobby to hit a nuke.
Could be. I mean, Shane Smith, he hasn't given up. He's only given up 1 home run in what is this 6 starts this year. So not the most home run hitter guy, but still 2.23 ERA. I think the Royals bats will get to him.
Good stuff. No, that's the first thing I asked was no homerisms. So that's just direct with actual backing. We have a special appearance today, which I wasn't expecting. Do you want to tell us something, Mr. Marcio, in the shadows? I'm assuming that's why you're here, not just for shits and gigs.
I think he's spitting seeds.
I think he's seeding.
Seeding.
We might have a new segment coming very soon of Smack and Bet of the Day. This might be a preview of that from Mr. Marcio. So, Colby, hello, good sir.
Oh yeah, he's smacking.
Oh, he's smacking hard.
You can hear that man smacking.
Oh yeah, he's smacking. What flavor are you dealing with right now? Hello.
Hello, all.
Is it the churro?
So, I don't know about you guys. My favorite pastime is smacking bets. Another pastime of mine is baseball. 2 things that go together are like Santa Claus and milk and cookies or hot dogs on the 4th of July is seeds. Seeds and baseball go together hand in hand. And let me just tell you, the folks over at Smackin', I don't BS. I don't lie. I don't have any biased takes. Let me just tell you. I just did the reviews. I'm posted all there. These did one take. I could not believe how good these are.
Lemon pepper. Oh yeah.
I went in thinking these were going to be my favorite. I'm a big lemon pepper guy. That's why I was like, hey, I want those for sure.
Mhm.
If you like lemon pepper, your socks will be, what's the word? They'll be off. They'll be off. They'll knock your socks off.
Smacking.
They're smacking,
Smacking.
baby.
They knew what they were doing when they put that name on there.
Dude, that makes me pump for these garlic parmesan. I'm
These,
excited
though,
for these.
These, if you're under the age of 14, these will be your favorite.
Okay.
Because when you
Too
get old,
sweet.
you're like, that's too sweet. Not really.
Yeah.
It's shockingly not. I'm just going to be gross here and just spit the whole time.
I mean, it's required. I didn't expect you to hold all the seeds in your mouth the whole time.
They're not overpowering. Like if you were to say which flavors more there, these for sure. Okay. These were very mild, and I made it apparent in the review. But I was expecting a little more. I thought there'd be like cinnamon bits on there. Like they were like really going in on it.
Okay.
Mackin, maybe give me a call. I'll tell you what a former big boy would want.
All right. Dude, I've already tried. I was really impressed. I'm going to do mine for the cheddar jalapeno. But I was really impressed with the just amount of flavor they put on the seeds. And the seeds are ginormous. And the bags are ginormous.
I'm not even trying to be like, I'm not even trying to sell the people on this. I'm so blown away.
I know.
I will say this. It is cool that they have the reseal part right here. However, I get excited. I went past it, so I'm screwed.
Oh no!
Ooh, damn! Wait, so how do I need to open this then?
Just do it like a corner.
So peel it down till it stops, and then curl it over. But when you pop it like a milk. Pop it like milk. I do it like chips because I'm an idiot.
Okay, noted. Thank you. Appreciate that. I need the reseal.
Well-known moron.
Hey, we hit yesterday, right? We were smacking. Sponsored by Smacking.
Indeed. Chat, obviously, this was a W infomercial from Mr. Marcio.
Absolutely.
You can't get a bag of Smacking. Well worth it. We have all different flavors for you guys that we're going to be doing different reviews of. We're going to have them on the show as well. You get 10% off if you use our promo code VIBES. You guys know the deal. And as Colby don't lie. Sometimes I would prefer, sometimes if he would tell you guys a little bit of a lie, but he don't. So you know that everything he just said is totally true.
I grew up as a liar, and I turned it around.
Yeah, fair enough. Good stuff. Well, glad you got the reviews. I'm glad you enjoyed. Give the people a home run bet before you get out of here. I know you wrote about them earlier.
All right. I'll give you all the home run bets. I don't have favorites. I'm kind of like a parent. I don't have my favorites. I have one that I love the most, and I have my favorite. That's what my dad would used to say when me and my brother would ask, who's your favorite? My dad would go, well, I love you the most, and you're my favorite. When we go, that's the same thing.
So,
fair
enough. Today, taking Juan Soto and Pete Alonso, each two on their bases and their home run. Pete Alonso is the better matchup. I took Juan Soto first, and then I looked at Pete. I took Juan because he got robbed of a home run yesterday. Sure, they had a doubleheader, both of them. But I think he's seen the ball pretty well. Pete Alonso is just batting pretty much 300 against every single pitch that Ryan Nelson's about to throw today. Both of them are very good against the repertoire. I'm also on Cal Raleigh. Cal Raleigh is just murdering. Oh, my God. Who's pitching for the other team? I don't have any notes in front of me. Cal Raleigh's another one. Luis Severino. Also, Ryan Nelson is 60% fastball. That's why I took his over hits allowed. 60% fastball is egregious against any major league team. I don't care if it's the Rockies. If you're throwing 60% fastballs, they know how to hit fastballs. That's why they're there in the pros. It's the other stuff you got to worry about. And then I like Shohei. Shohei nearly went yard yesterday, hit a double late in the game to cash my bases prop. I think he goes yard today. It's 3-1. I'm not gonna moan and groan over a loss at 3-1, and his bases is -105. So that's pretty much a value play for Shohei. But those are the four that I'm on. And then the Ryan Nelson over hits.
Love it. You guys got all of those if you peeped the scribbles earlier today at bettingnews.com. But I wasn't expecting to get the solid jobs from you here with the smacking seeds in your mouth.
I was chewing on them, and I'm like, I sent you guys the videos to just look at them. And I'm like, I'll just go do this live.
Right here, baby.
There you go.
Today was perfect because you were talking baseball. I was like, let's go.
It worked out.
Perfect timing. Well, good stuff, man. Enjoy the before you leave. Happy Cinco de Drinko. If you had to choose, though, which one you choosing? Frozen or on the rocks?
What flavor? I think it depends on the flavor.
Original.
That
Lime.
one, original,
lime.
I would go on the rocks.
Okay.
Okay.
I had a banana frozen 2 weeks ago.
Wow.
Banana.
I'm like, I've never seen banana. I'll get banana.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
I love them. I don't like tequila, but I love margaritas. So make it make sense.
Love margaritas, indeed. All right, bro. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for coming by and
Hi,
smacking.
V. Remember, we're neighbors. we're neighbors, V.
We are now, guys. Be excited.
Indeed.
Let's go.
Indeed.
I'm now within the 1.5 mile radius that Kobe has agreed to leave. You know what I mean? I am now in the radius.
He moved to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I made it easier on his legs.
Oh
Yeah,
my god.
12.
All right, Mr. Marcio. Have a great day. Appreciate you.
Get out of here.
See you tomorrow.
Okay, guys. Catch you
Later. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He'll have him on the pickoff tomorrow. He's going to not be able to get those seeds out of his mouth, I'm telling you.
No way. No chance.
Yeah. W promo. No sunflowers were hurt in the making of this production as well. Just
Not
so you guys
one.
know. Not a single one. Good stuff. I can't wait for you guys to say the homer picks again. The homer pick was the Kansas City Royals -1.5.
The Owls, the Royals at home today against the Chicago White Sox. Fade the White Sox. It's that easy. Sometimes it is, especially on the road.
Yeah, and Rusty, you are right on time because we haven't talked about it. Well, Shaggy talked about one bet. We haven't even talked about the playoffs yet, so you're actually perfect timing.
Mm-hmm.
Boys, I got a breaking news for us, and then we'll jump into the offs. We've got breaking news. The Baltimore Ravens have released Justin Tucker. Justin Tucker no longer a member of the Baltimore Ravens. They drafted a kicker, Tyler Loop, and they have insisted that the organization has said that it is not a it is a football decision. So
Definitely.
I bet.
I bet for sure. Yeah, it's because exactly, Suck. I'll leave that one in the shadows.
Yeah, you guys.
Hello, Christy. Hello from Tennessee. I live in Tennessee too.
Hello.
We're friends. Yeah. So breaking news there in the football world. We don't have to talk about it, but sounds like that whatever's gone on with Justin is maybe catching up to him.
Maybe.
Yeah, at least surprising news of all time. Chat, hey, try this. Just don't be a piece of shit. Then you don't have to worry about it.
It's pretty easy, actually. Free too.
Seriously.
Free.com. Free.com. I told you guys this bag's not going to last in Chicago very long. They're addicting.
That's funny. That's awesome.
Yeah. It's just easy. Just don't suck. Just don't.
Right. Par for the course.
Indeed. Let's do it this way. We're going to go basketball game, hockey game, basketball game. We're going to go a little bit of one of each. Hovey, you still here? Your time has come. The New York Knicks, game 1 versus the Boston Celtics in TD Garden tonight. You guys get to listen to V talk about the Celtics.
Earmuffs, Hovey. Earmuffs.
Over under 214.5, 8.5 point favorites are the Celtics at home.
18.5 in a playoff game? 8.5. All right, I'm sorry. 8.5 in a playoff game? Come on, New York.
8.5. Sauceman, I know you wrote about this game. I respect that you kept it fairly unbiased in the scribbles. What's the moves in this game? What do you like?
I did my best to keep it unbiased. I broke it down. Go Pizza Scribbles. I got a lot to say about this series. It's going to be a fun one. These two teams have not met in the postseason. These two teams have not met in the postseason since 2013. You guys know who were on these rosters back then? Carmelo Anthony, Chauncey Billups was not Chauncey Billups. Jason Kidd was coming off of the bench for the Knicks. You had a completely different roster on both sides. The Celtics were in their last year of the KG and Pierce era before they were traded for the eventual Jays, right? Now we're sitting here. We've been waiting for the series year in, year out. Last year it didn't happen because of the Pacers and Jalen Brunson got injured towards the end of the year. So I'm very excited for a Knicks-Celtics series. It's a division rivalry. They're very close in location, and the teams and the fans are all going to travel to both games. This is a game where I'm going to talk about first let's talk about the Knicks side. I think the Knicks are going to have to adjust, and they're going to have to do a little bit more than what they did during the regular season. 4 regular season matchups, all 4 losses. Game 1 of the opening day, they got blown out of the water. You had guys like Josh Hart only playing 25 minutes. Every game after that, much closer until they played an overtime game to end the season. We wanted Josh Hart over 10.5 points in this one. If you look at the way they guarded Josh Hart in these 4 games during the regular season, they made a concerted effort to just not guard him. The guy that was guarding Josh Hart was playing free safety, looking to double Jalen Brunson, looking to protect the paint and give them an extra presence down there. Karl Anthony Towns and other guys like that. Because of that, Josh Hart has seen a huge increase in open shots. And because of that, he's seen the most volume that he's seen against any other team in the regular season. He averages 12.5 shots per game. But if you take into account his free throws, he's seen the highest usage in terms of shooting the ball against the Celtics of all other teams. Today, he's once again going to be called upon to score some points. During the 4-game stretch that he played the Celtics this year, he shot 11% from 3. That is something he cannot replicate in this series if the Knicks hope to stand a chance. The Celtics are going to do a lot, in my opinion, to take away Karl Anthony Towns and try to neutralize him and focus on Jalen Brunson. He just won Clutch Player of the Year. You don't want him taking shots, especially late in the game. You want guys like Josh Hart make the other guys beat you, right? So this is a situation where I just think Hart's going to see the volume. He's averaging almost 12.5 shots per game. If you look at the last 3, the ones where he played more than 25 minutes, he's taken 15 shots or more in each game. So the volume is there. The matchup should be there, and he's not taking bad shots.
I like this a lot. I actually ended up taking his PRA, so I'm aligned with you. I just added the rebounds and assists to the prop as well. He's hit this line in 5 straight games in the playoffs, 4 straight games in the playoffs to finish off that Pistons series. Again, like we talked about yesterday, new series. So sometimes you got to throw away what these guys have done the last 7 or 8 games because it's been in a different series, different matchups, completely different situations. But Josh Hart's also hit his PRA against the Celtics in 5 of the last 6 games. He hit it in the last 3 matchups against them. Almost had a triple-double in one of those games too. So I like the points with you as well. But as we know with Hart, menace on the glass, going to lead to some facilitating, assisting numbers. Jalen Brunson's been on an absolute tear. If he ends up dropping maybe a 35-point game, a lot of those assists might come from Hart as well. So I like the cushion a little bit more with the PRA. Nothing wrong with the points, though. I think Josh Hart should have a good game today to kick off the Knicks in this series. I'm going to not let you sell this, so just keep your powder dry over there. I'm taking your boy, though. This line's just a little bit too low for me.
Wow.
Jason Tatum. Shocker, Shags. Hey, at least you get to hear it from me and not him, right?
Yeah, exactly. Right.
This line's just too low. 41.5. I'm seeing 42.5 as well. If you guys want to go that direction, Jason Tatum was awesome to finish off the Magic. Hit this in 3 straight games, but has had great success against the Knicks in the last matchups they had with them this season. As we said, they were 4-0 in those games. But his PRA hit consistently as well. He hit in the last 3 matchups, all 4 matchups actually against the Knicks this season. I don't see that stopping here. He had a 40-piece in there as well in the Garden. Jason Tatum, this is his time that he's going to continue to show that he's one of the best players in the NBA. I think he's going to do that consistently throughout this series. This 41.5 PRA just feels a little too low. If you want to take the points, 27.5, you can. But he's had some nice facilitating and some rebounding games against the Knicks in their last few matchups as well. Almost had a triple-double when they played on the 23rd of February in TD Garden as well. So give me Tatum, nice and chalky, but I think he starts the series hot, gets it rolling. And if you think the Celtics are going to cover, possibly if you think they're going to win and cover, this is probably going to hit. So I don't think I need your thoughts on that, Mr. Sauce. I'm assuming you like that prop. But
I do. And speaking of Jason Tatum, his running mate, Jaylen Brown, over 20.5 points, -115. I'm going to continue to take this line when they offer on his home floor. He has been fantastic at home at TD Garden, averaging 24.5 points. He's shooting 48%, 37% from 3, and 78% from the free throw line. The thing I like the most about JB's game here in the postseason is he's really found his way to hit his free throws. He was above 85% in that first round, and I think that's super important for a guy that plays as aggressively as he does. If you're not going to make the team pay for sending you to the line, what's the point of taking it to the basket? I really, really like the way that he's elevated his game despite the injury. I do think that he is going to benefit greatly from the 6 days they just had off. They haven't played since last Tuesday. That game was also at home on their home floor, so they haven't really had to travel. He's just been practicing, receiving treatment, and ready to go against the Knicks team where he's kind of been sporadic in the games that he's had against them this year. But in the postseason, I really think he's going to elevate his play. And 20.5 points against a backcourt that really hasn't had an answer for the Celtics this season in terms of just stopping them defensively, anybody. I really think he's going to take it upon himself to come out aggressively. And if he hits a couple of those first shots, like we know how he likes to play in those first 3-4 minutes of the game. If a couple of those go in, I'll be feeling pretty good about this one. So give me the Jaylen Brown's points over 20.5.
I'd be feeling nicey indeed.
Nice.
AP's in the chat just in time to hear you talk Celtics. So AP, as Covey said, maybe go back to work. I don't know.
Just
All right. Since AP's here, I'll give you one more Knicks prop outside of Jalen or Josh Hart. It's not Jalen Brunson. I do think, though, Karl Anthony Towns for 12-plus rebounds is a solid spot. One of the Celtics' weaknesses has been on the offensive glass this season, and we saw with Wendell Carter in round 1. We've seen it throughout the regular season with Karl Anthony Towns and how hard he's hit the glass. Ignoring their first game of the season, Cat has hit game, he's attacking the glass on the offensive side, and I really do think that the Celtics are going to be using Jason Tatum to guard him, which is going to lead to him playing more on the inside on the offensive side. So I think he'll be there for more offensive rebounds with 12 plus. I think that's a good spot for Cat.
Yep. Tough guy to bet on, but they're going to need Big Purr to be big in this series if the Knicks are going to want to have an upset here. All right. I had to throw that in there. One more thing. I didn't bet this, but I think Jalen Brunson obviously has an opportunity to have another big game. He had a double-double the last time they played with assists. I like his PA the most, I think. Put it in a lotto. I didn't bet it straight, but I do think Brunson has a good opportunity, as chalky as that sounds, chat, to continue doing what he has been doing. There are important stretches of the games against the Pistons where it just turned into JB or Brunson going to have to get a bucket. And I could see that maybe happening at particular stretches of the Celtics. Drew's health is going to be something that's going to be worth monitoring this entire series with how they're going to defend him one-on-one. But we shall see. All right. That's enough for the first game. Sauce, real quick, before we move on. I'm sure you probably have beans on the Celtics minus 8.5, I would assume, right?
Did you? No, you cut out. You said, I'm sure you have beans on the Celtics 8.5, and then?
That was it.
Oh, yeah, no, I do. But it's not me. Just go look at BetOnline model. Go look at what the model says. If you want a 5 play, I'm just saying it might be geared towards the Celtics on the spread. Just saying. Don't kill the message. It's BetOnline.
Shags, thoughts on this series? I'm assuming you may have thoughts on the next series since you've been kind of following the Nuggies a little bit closer. You got any thoughts on this Knicks Celtics game just from a line perspective?
Yeah, I think it's the Celtics. I don't know about the 8.5 tonight. I think it's the Celtics in this series, though. I think they'll get the job done.
Papa Shags have any skin in the game today?
I think his sources, did they like Boston? Is that what he texted me? No, his sources actually got something in the next game. So
okay, we'll get there.
All right now. We'll take a pause from the NBA. We'll come back. We'll finish off the chatter with the Thunder and the Nuggies. Let's move to the ice. Got game 1 between the Panthers and the Leafs. Leafs finally got the job done. Panthers looking to go back-to-back. Shags read about this game at Betting News. Take it away, brother. What do you like in this one?
I like the Panthers, plain and simple. I like the Panthers in this series, and I definitely like them tonight. I already booked their money line at minus 121. It is minus 116. Oh, just kidding. It jumped to minus 127 on BetOnline right now. So apparently some whales are betting on the Panthers too late. But Panthers, they're going up north, and they're getting a W. They did not mess around with the Lightning at all. Won the first 2 on the road. Dropped 1 at home, sure, and then, won the next 2, covered the puck line in all 4 of those wins. They're shooting the puck on net. They're playing very, very good defensively, and Sergei Bobrovsky looks fantastic. As for the Leafs, I have a lot of faith in them. They came out screaming in those first 3 games. They had a 4-minute power play to complete the sweep in overtime of Ottawa, and they couldn't get it done. Lost that game. Lost the next game, game 5 in Toronto. Shut out 4-0 before completing the series in 6. I lost a lot of faith in the Leafs. They had 3 of those games go to OT, winning 2 of them in OT, including being shut out, 4-0 at home against the Senators team. I just think the Panthers are that good. There's been no championship hangover whatsoever. They're very, very good in the playoffs, especially the guy between the posts. For the Leafs, Anthony Solars has not been playing as well as he has in the regular season, and definitely not as well as he did in the first 2 games of the series against the Senators. So I like the Ice Cats to come away with a win tonight, at least get one on the road in Toronto. I think they start off winning the series. So give me the Panthers on the money line tonight.
Because that sounds like chat. You guys smell that? It smells like the first leg of our parlay.
Yeah, there. Come on,
Love
Ice Cats. Betsky loves it.
Inzy loves it in the chat too. Love to see it. I like to chuck in this game too. I like
Yes.
I like to chuck. Oh, Sauce don't like it.
No.
You like the Leafs?
That's my homerisms. Just, you know what I mean? Homerisms.
No.
You should just start rooting for Winnipeg or Edmonton. One of the guys.
I'm rooting for all 3 of them. You know what I mean? All 3 of them. Representation.
Canada.
Maybe if we win a Stanley Cup, we won't become the 51st state, you know?
Both Sams. Sam Bennett.
Yep. Sam Reinhart.
Yeah. Sammy boys. Bennett does have great numbers against the Leafs. If you want to look at his point, -105, or his sogs, if you're feeling soggy.
I do have to bring this up just because, I love a good narrative. Mitch Marner.
Yep.
It is his birthday today. Not only is it his birthday, but he just gave birth, I think, to his first, or I'm not sure how many sons, but he's got a son. He didn't give birth. His wife
it's probably his wife.
their son in the last few days.
Is he a seahorse? What are we talking about?
He had to miss a game, I'm pretty sure, in the first round due to that. And the vibes are high with Mitch Marner. Your birthday, your baby was just born. Round 2. I don't know what the numbers are on him and the Ice Cats, but
he can score. That's fine.
I know. No, hey, I'm not trying to kill the parlay, okay? I'm not trying to kill the parlay.
V's can't find this on his book. He doesn't have this one on his book. Yeah.
Yes, on the Canadian Bet365 though, they had a boost for this game, and they had the Leafs logo there, and instead of the Panthers logo, they had the Carolina Panthers logo.
That's funny.
Yeesh, dude.
Yikes!
How do you do that? Come on now.
So bad.
Big dad energy, indeed. All right. Are you going to ride the parlay if we put Panthers in here?
Yes, I will ride the parlay. I might have Leafs money line in a different parlay, but that's my own stupidity and how I place my parlays. Okay, leave me in my corner.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, sure, Suck. It all happens to the best of us. I mean, so come on, though, man. That's a bad mistake, dude.
You wouldn't do something like that. So.
No, you can spell somebody's name wrong, sure, but that's just awful. Word. All right. Lots of games coming in the NHL offs this entire week. This is the only game. This is the only day today with one game. Every other day this entire week has 2 games as the series get rocking and rolling. It's going to be fun to see how it continues to go. We're going to talk about it more on Puckett tomorrow. Shagging that scribbles for you guys all week with Inzy and Betsky as well.
Yeah, there.
Vibes are high. All right, let's close it out, boys. Nuggies traveling to Oklahoma City to take on the 2 MVPs going toe-to-toe here. The Nuggets are coming in as 10.5-point underdogs. Game 7, the Thunder took care of the Grizzlies in 4 games. The Nuggets are coming into this game having played 7 really tough games against the Clippers. So maybe a little bit of some tired legs we're seeing here, or we're going to get the old question of rest versus rust in front of us. I just personally, just to throw this out there to you guys before we kind of talk some bets, 10.5 feels like a lot of points. I know the Thunder have been just absolutely buzzsawing people. But it's the Nuggets. It's Jokic. Do we like the 10.5? Thoughts on the spread in this game?
I bet the 10. I did. Me and Betalytics both. We're seeing this the same way, right? We think 10 is too many points. This is a first round playoff game. A team that has won a championship. A team that is rolling in very, very hot after that Game 7 win. Not only did they win it in emphatic fashion, but they really kind of played well in every single one of their wins. Jokic played well. You got a 40 piece from Jamal Murray. Aaron Gordon had 20 plus, I believe, in 4 of the 7 games that they played. I'll talk about him in a second. And I do think that this is a team that matches up well with OKC, despite what Soak might tell you in chat. This Nuggets team is good. They are proven in the postseason here. And I do think that not even rest versus rust. We saw it last night with the Cavaliers. The Cavaliers went from picking up like a twig, right, to then going to the 85-pound weight when they had to face the Pacers, right? It gets a little bit harder. It's easier when you go the other way, right? But now this Thunder team, we've seen it. They were 60-6 against the teams not remaining in the playoffs right now, right? 8-8 against the teams in the Western Conference that still remain, because they have a tougher time playing up to their opponents, but they've had an easy time smacking bad opponents, and that's all they did in the first round, just like the Heat got smacked around by the Cavs in the first round. So I think the 10 points, I am on that plus 10.5. But what are you seeing, SPJ, in this one?
I want to know what Shag's dad was seeing before I kind of get my thoughts. What's the sources?
Thunder?
His sources lean Thunder, yeah.
10.5, okay.
But I'm with you, and that's a lot of points for a Nuggets team that's been here before, So I think that's way too many.
I will say that Sook wrote about.
Just to say this, they did it like for Game 6 in Denver, Game 7 in Game 6 in LA, Game 7 in Denver, and then now to Oklahoma City for Game 1. That's a lot of travel on a very short amount of time. So you know what I mean? But again,
KC's been sitting at home.
The Thunder could come out a little bit lagged, but it's going to be a wicked environment down in Oklahoma City.
Well, Shags going against your father too.
I like it.
All right.
I like it.
I would prefer Nuggets if I was placing. Okay, so fair enough.
It was just where the sources were looking. So
we're gonna need to speak with these sources. I will say, Sook wrote about this game at bettingnews.com. Go peep the scribbles. He was kind of struggling to find an angle that he liked in this game. We were kind of gabbing about it, and he ended up, I guess, finding the first quarter spread for the Thunder -3.5, which is a great look. I feel like the Thunder could come out rip roaring ready to go if you feel like that's the vibe. Suck. Jesus.
60 of those wins were against mediocre teams, but whatever.
Yeah, it happens.
How many free throws did SGA shoot?
100 million. 100 million. I wish that these games were going to count towards the MVP situation. They're not going to, because all those votes have already been cast. But
it's nice to get Sook when he's in chat and not like on screen with me.
I know he can't yell at you back. I got a bet in this game. I kind of toiled back and forth. This one's a little bit tougher for me to read from a beginning series perspective. The other one felt a little bit more. I could find some angles that I like. This one is like, I don't really know what we're going to get in this game. I could see the Thunder playing like they have been and just railroading 20-point win for the first game, and then the Nuggets have to kind of fight back. But I don't know. Maybe the rust does get to him. Couldn't figure out if I liked SGA. Couldn't figure out if I like Jokic. So I'm going to go with this guy. Apparently, it's his birthday from someone in the chat. Didn't know that. But Isaiah Hartenstein, over 18.5 PR. I paid a little bit of juice on this prop, but it hit it hit the last game of the Grizzlies series. But I'm not going to really look at a lot of the props that hit in that series because most of those games were just absolute demolishings. Did hit the last game, though, if that helps you guys out. But it hit on both matchups against the Nuggets this season when they played earlier this year. I just think Hartenstein's going to be involved. The last point on this, too, before just kind of randomly reading stats that don't matter, I think that the Thunder are going to have to aggressively attack Jokic defensively, as in not the way that they're playing defense on him. They're going to have to attack him offensively with Hartenstein and Chet. They're going to have to send bodies at him and make him work defensively because that kind of tires him out. That's what the Clippers did with Zubac and those guys going down low to make Jokic defend. It ended up not mattering in the series as a whole, but I think that the Thunder are going to do the same thing. They're going to put Hartenstein in situations to attack him. He's obviously going to grab some rebounds as well, but I think the 18.5 is just too low. So give me the 18.5 PR for Isaiah Hartenstein. You could look at the points if you'd rather go that route if you don't want to do the combo, but I think a double-double could very much so be on the menu for Mr. Hartenstein.
Sook, what do I take with Braun, whatever, 12.5 points?
I like the points.
You like the points? Okay.
Or the PR. The PR is nice too, if you want to go that route.
What's this PR?
I think it was 17.5 when I was looking.
17.5 minus 120.
So
I'm gonna go with the points.
Sook just gave me a layup from chat. Thank you for not leaving, Sook. Thank you for chilling. And let's talk about Aaron Gordon. Over 24.5 PRA, guys. This Thunder team, like Sook just said, they struggle giving up second chance points, ranked 24th overall in the regular season second chance points. And, I would assume that the person that led this Nuggets team in second chance scoring in this first round was Jokic. It was not. It was Aaron Gordon averaging almost 4.5 second chance points per game. He's averaging over 3 offensive rebounds per game over his last 10 games. He has been doing everything kind of for this team. He's 8 of 10 to this line over the last 10 games, and his minutes is what is really kind of speaking to me. 43, 37, 41, and 36 minutes, all in like the 30 minutes were blowout wins for the Nuggets. He has been vital to this playoff team, and he's going to be vital in this series. Not only do they have guys like Shea that are scoring machines, but they have guys like Jalen Williams that is a matchup issue because of his size, his dribbling ability, and his finishing ability at the rim. I do think he's going to have to be out there, even if he's not guarding Shea, to spend some time on guys like Jalen Williams and possibly at the hoop, making sure to keep this Thunder team off of the glass. I do like the 24.5 because I do think he's going to not only get some second chance points, but stimulate a little bit of second chance scoring chances for his teammates as well.
Yeah, he's been awesome. And I think that should continue because they're going to have to, spend a lot of resources to stop Jokic in the way Jamal's been playing too. So Gordon sometimes gets forgotten. One more thing too. I mean, I looked at MPJ. He has great numbers against the Thunder. I'm sure you guys probably looked at it as well when you were maybe labbing this game. Again, green as you like. The guy's hit his PR like in 10 straight games against this team or something. But that shoulder is banged up. He was better the last game of the series to kind of close out the Clippers. So if you want to maybe have a kind of a buy low spot for Michael Porter Jr., his PR is a joke at the line it's at right now. But I think that it could be because of him being a little bit banged up. Or it could be free. We'll find out. But okay, before we cook the parlay, boys, do we all feel the same way? Do we all think the Nuggets cover? Panel moment?
A lot of points.
Truck's rolling over in his grave below because he likes the Thunder.
And I don't know. I don't see the Nuggets like rolling over and dying, like throwing away game one if they go down big early. I see them battling.
I like this too, Embiid. Russ has been really good. I like his RA a bunch. I did not bet it yet. I think I'm going to before this game happens later. But Russ was fantastic to finish out that series with the Clippers. And as we mentioned yesterday, he's getting yet another team he played for to have yet another revenge tour. So we'll see.
Building, he spent a lot of time, won an MVP award. He knows this crowd. He knows everything in this building. You know what I mean? Like, he's got friends, everything like that. And I do think that we've seen this in the series that we've seen so far. Game one is so important. The Timberwolves took game one against the Lakers, right? The Warriors took game one against the Rockets. You come out, you punch them in the mouth, especially as the underdog in that game one. It really does something to put the team on their back foot. And I think that that's why it's so important. You know what I mean? I think we saw it with the Rockets and the Timberwolves, and that's how they got to this point where they did, upset the team that they were up against.
So the 4 matchups, I like his RA a lot. I think I'm going to bet the RA, the 8.5. It's minus 115. It was plus money earlier. But 4 games. I'll read you guys what happened. Thunder, this game was not like before Halloween, so pretty early in the season. Thunder won 102-87 in Denver. Next game, before Thanksgiving, Nuggies 2-point win at home. Next game in March, so huge gap of time. Thunder got the job done there, 127-103. This was that back-to-back game in March.
I was going to say then the very next night.
That very next day, they 140-127. The Nuggets got the job done there. So it's been a roller coaster between all 4 games. Nothing you can super grab from any of those. One game at home win, one game on the road win for both teams. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be really interesting.
This is like the Thunder's first real test of this postseason. You know what I mean? It's their first real test. And like, as such a heavy favorite, Shea looking like he's going to win the MVP, best team in the league. It comes with a lot of pressure. And the Nuggets are playing with house money right now. They fired their coach 3 days before the playoffs started, and somehow they've made it out of the first round, and they're looking for more.
Looks very confident in the Thunder.
If that was this is their first real test. I mean, the Thunder had a 51-point win at home, a 19-point win at home, and then a 6 and a 2-point win on the road. I mean, that's handling business. This might be a wake up call.
And the Grizzlies said, I mean, words are futile most of the time, but they did say in those last 2 games that they were starting to kind of figure out the Thunder, and then Ja got hurt, and that was kind of what wrenched their plans. We'll see. It's definitely a pace setter.
It's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be fun. Maybe
gonna
we'll
be
play
fun.
back. We'll see.
We'll see. That would be that. Maybe we'll text later. Okay, let's cook, boys. Chad, drop a dub if you enjoyed the show today. We're about to cook the parlay. If you want to write it out with us, Shags, we just did the exact same thing. Let's go. Yes, it's cooking time. Cooking time, and then it's taco time. Begrudgingly, Mr. Sauce doesn't want to ride this, but we're going to force him to. Panthers on the money line to get us started. The Ice Cats.
Don't tell SK, please.
Come on. Just pretend you're riding it for Betsky and
Can I
in
say
honor
one
of
thing
Ned.
that's
Also,
hilarious?
big vibes to Ned.
Sorry. Trent, he's been so cold on all of his straight bets. So he put out that Fugazi 5 today, and he's like, first he said, I'm not betting the Thunder at all this year, right? But you know what he did? He puts the Celtics, the Leafs, and everybody else's like favorite teams in there. But he leaves OKC out there, despite them being a big favorite and everything. Worst. I'm cooked.
Damn it, he's on the Yowls.
He's on the
Oh
Owls.
no! Do you want the Owls to go in here?
And the Panthers. And the
No,
Panthers.
it's okay.
No. Okay.
No, he's on the Leaves. He's on the Leaves. Trent
was
yeah.
cold, what? Water, wet. It's just in.
Yeah. Do you, Shags? How do you feel about Josh Hart? I know he likes it.
I like
both the
Hart.
beans on it.
I like
Hart.
what you were saying too, just about the mentality of let him beat you. Don't let these other guys do it. So,
Okay. Do we want to take the points or the PRA?
We're going to do the PRA.
Okay.
do it all, guy.
25.5. Just kind of cover all bases. So 25.5 for Hart. Panthers money line.
I do like Aaron Gordon, 24.5 PRA for the other game.
I can get down with that.
6-3.
Something's Thunder in 2. Wow, the fact that he's at Thunder in 2 is honestly a little maddening to me.
You guys are getting an inside scoop of what it's like when Sook is unhinged, because he doesn't do this live on the show. He only does it when he's in the chat.
Somebody let Sook have his pen a little early in the morning today.
Facts. Gordon 24.5 PRA.
Okay. Price on this NBA.
Plus 496 of those 3 legs. Should we add one more to give us a 4-legger?
Yells.
I'd
You
have
want
the
to do the
Owls.
Yowls? Okay.
If you guys like it, I'm
I
on
like
it.
The spread or the
Fade-
money line? Should we be
fade
soft
the
with the
stocks.
money line?
Yeah. 212, 215.
That's not bad.
Probably.
Minus 220.
Minus
For a money
220.
line? SPJ hates it.
No.
He hates that price in baseball.
It's just those and minus 300s in hockey just always just go
Yeah,
for it.
right.
I feel like if we're gonna do it, we might as well just take them by 2.
Okay.
Okay.
You know,
Works
for the
for me.
price.
I'm down.
I'm in.
Because if we take them by 2, or do you want to take Reagan's for something, or do you just want to just roll?
No, I don't like Reagan's. I
Bobby?
just like the Yells.
What about Bobby?
I could always get behind Bobby.
Bobby Basis? Bobby
Is he still on
HRR?
is he still on that crazy hit streak?
No,
it
he's
ended.
not. Trent ended
Trent
it.
ended it.
literally.
Oh, good.
I'm not even kidding you. He
No,
finally, he had not put Bobby once in 22 games or whatever. Finally put him in something, and his hit streak died.
Died.
Of course.
22 games.
Sounds
Yep.
about right. His HRR is 3+ for minus 110.
I don't like that. 3+
That's a lot.
for minus 110. Yeah, no, thank you. No, thank you.
And what's his bases? 2+ is minus 150. That's gross too. Let's just take him to win by 2.
Okay. Sold.
Let's just take him to win by 2. Chad, if you guys want to take the money line and be a little softer, that's okay. But we're gonna go with the Yowls by 2. So the Royals but minus 1.5. And that's plus 1069. Nice.
Hey,
All right now. Panthers money line. Josh Hart over 25.5 PRA. Aaron Gordon over 24.5 PRA. And then the Royals by 2 plus 1069.
that'll work. That'll play.
That will do, Donkey. That will definitely do. All right, chat. If you want to ride, feel free to do so. We'll post it on the timeline in just a few minutes. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out today. Vibes are high. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. I love doing Mondays with you guys now, man. Have you ordered the tacos yet?
No, but I'm about to, for sure. And probably gonna smack some seeds as well.
Nice.
You wanna do me a favor?
Yeah.
Open it right now.
You mean to open it right now?
Pop a couple of those.
Ranch or garlic parm? What do we think?
Ranch.
Your choice.
Ranch. I'm a Midwest guy. Here we go, chat. All right, not all the way. Not past the reseal like Colby. There we go. That's how it's done.
Smooth. Very smooth.
Now,
Orange Spirit was 24 and a half, Slay. 24 and a half.
I can't do it now.
Did you rip it down low? Did you rip it low enough?
I might have. Oh, I didn't go low enough. Can I go lower? Do I need scissors? Shit. I don't know.
Not so smooth.
Oh, there I go.
There you go. There it is.
Oh, yeah, we got it.
You guys are getting the live reaction of the Smackin' Ranch.
Come on. Give me it.
That was a fun face.
Come on.
Bags are a lot easier to open. Shaggy's just struggling.
Here we go. I'm just, smacking seeds, ranch flavor. Let's see how they do.
Okay.
Yeah, these will play. These are gonna play, chat. Oh my god, I'm just gonna leave them in my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a smacking seed. The smacking seed ranch flavor, phenomenal. Midwest guy like myself can definitely vouch. Looking forward to trying out the garlic parm later.
Yes.
Oh yeah. You might have. You might have. You don't know what I'm doing after stream, bro. But I gotta change these pants.
Man, when I was looking at all the flavors, that I really wanted to try the ranch because I love Cool Ranch Doritos, and I have a feeling that they taste pretty similar to some Cool Ranch Doritos.
Fire! Oh yeah,
in chip form.
Just about.
Yeah,
phenomenal.
Nice, good stuff. All right, well, chat. Thanks for stopping by for BetSPRESSO. Shaggy's is gonna go just eat. You might just eat seeds for dinner, dude.
I might just have that bag.
Yeah, there you go. We appreciate you guys. We'll post the parlay on the timeline. We'll catch you guys tomorrow for a double dip. Mr. Colby Marcio will be live for the pickoff, and then we'll be talking stick and puck on Puckett to get you into the NHL Yoffs tomorrow. Say bye to Shags. You won't see him until Wednesday. Bye, Shags. You'll see Vsauce on Wednesday, too. You'll see me tomorrow, though. We appreciate you guys. You guys came for the winners, and you stay for the vibes. Have a fantastic Monday for Cinco de Mayo. Go out there, get a margarita. Have a good night. Catch you in the next one. Peace.
What you know about rolling down in the down in the
Now I know y'all be loving this shit right here.
rolling.
What you gonna do?
Rolling.
What you gonna do?
Down in the rolling.
What you gonna do? Right, y'all be loving this shit.
What you know about